Terrible.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego, and it's about 1 minute to 6 p.m. Central Time here in the Panhandle of Florida. It's time for the K1 Visa Green Card Show, your free advice where you can get all this K1 Visa information on a live stream, and you can ask me the questions in the whatever this thing is. Karina controls it, but you can ask me the questions and I'll answer them for you. So you don't have to call immigration attorneys. You don't have to be calling USCIS, tying up their phone lines, and then waiting. How long does it take when you call USCIS? How long are you on the phone for with USCIS? What? An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours? I've got 11 years experience processing green cards, K1 visas. I can do it in my sleep. I've processed hundreds of K1 visas and hundreds of green cards. And Karina, my beautiful wife, is from Venezuela. She went and lived in Colombia for 6 years in South America. And we dated for 3 years. And we got married on the beach in Florida. And we renewed our vows in Las Vegas at the Little Chapel of the West, which is where they did the closing film, the closing sequence of Viva Las Vegas with Elvis Presley. So we got married in the same church that Elvis Presley was hanging out in. And Richard Gere got married there, and Telly Savalas of Kojak fame, he got married in the Little Chapel of the West. And then we basically explored Las Vegas for a week and other parts of the United States, including Arizona. We went to Kingman, Arizona, the Grand Canyon. We went to Seligman, Arizona, Pahrump, Nevada, and Las Vegas, Nevada. Anyway, we've been everywhere. I've got 11 years experience processing green cards, K1 visas. Karina's got her green card, her 2-year green card. We will apply for her 10-year green card next March, okay, which will be within 90 days of her 2-year green card expiring. I'm not an immigration attorney. I don't give you any legal advice, but I give you advice from experience, a lot of it, years and years and years and years. And I give you Mountain Dew salutes. There's Larry Piercy first up to say hi. He's a member of our channel. And then I got MAGA Pixie Dust to help Larry with his RFE. Now, Larry's a member of the channel. If you want to become a member of the channel like Larry, you'll get my email address, my cell number, and then you can text me your questions and email me your questions. It's $9.99 a month if you want to be a member. If you don't want to be a member, then just hang out on the live streams and then ask me the questions here. We just got back from a week's vacation and we had a good time. I've got some videos uploaded from our trip. If you want to watch them, it's up to you. We renewed our marriage vows. Our members only persons got to see the video first. Now it's public. I'll let it run publicly for a while, then I'll put it back to members only. Now, if you have any questions on how to process a K1 visa, how to process a green card, spousal visa, tourist visa, this is the place to be. You can ask me right here. You can write your questions. You just got to put up with some advertisement from YouTube. That's how they pay for this fantastic service. So I can sit on here, give you all this information, and YouTube pays for it via advertising. Larry Piercy, still waiting, being a member, has saved me $12,764. That's a good deal of money. So we're going to give Larry a Mountain Dew salute for we have saved him almost $13,000. That's about what it would have cost. That's a lot of money. So you can use that money for something else other than giving it to an immigration attorney, right? And Larry, you just got to have to endure the pixie dust. You just got to survive the MAGA pixie dust. This is the K1 Visa Green Card Super Lucky 2025 pixie dust. Mogi says hi, Karina.
Hi, Mogi. How are you?
Now, Mogi's from Thailand. Okay. And I have a gentleman that just signed up as a member, and his beneficiary is in Thailand, and I was answering his questions via email late last night. He had questions which were of an urgent nature, so I was up late helping him via email. If you want me to help you via email or cell phone, if you want to text me questions, just sign up as a member. Go onto the channel, click on the membership, and join. I'm probably only going to take about 5 more members, and then I'm going to be closing it down for members, because I'm going to give you guys a one-on-one personal service via text message and cell phone and emails. Okay, I'm going to take probably 5 more, and then I'm going to just stop right there. So you got an opportunity right now to get on there and become a member. Once I've once I got enough people where I can handle, then I'm not going to take any more. Then you're going to just have to wait for a live stream for me to help you. Now, make sure before you file your K1 visa application that you fill out the check to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. And Julian, hello, Diego, welcome back. We are back. We went to Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'll tell you what, it's about a 2-hour time difference. So first we had to fly to Georgia, then we had to fly from Georgia. We flew to Las Vegas. So we're still a little bit tired because of the jet lag, because of the time change, but we're good. We can handle it. So good afternoon, Julian. Larry Piercy, where the heck is all the new members? Well, we've been on vacation. I haven't been asking for new people to join. But if you want to join the channel as a member, it's $9.99 a month. Or you can pay an immigration attorney $6,000, $7,000. Or, like Larry said, I saved him almost 13 grand. Or you can just wait for a live stream, and then it's free. It's a free channel, right? Thank you for YouTube I don't know who created YouTube, but whoever did it, it was years ago. I don't know, 20 years ago. It was an imaginative thing. People can create a YouTube channel. They can make videos and they can make live streams, and they can talk about anything you want. I saw a guy that created a YouTube channel where he goes around and cuts yards for free. He'll knock on the door and say, hey, I'll cut your yard for free if you let me videotape it or use my camera to record it. Okay. So he'll cut this person's yard for free. Okay. And once he's done cut the yard, he uploads the video. There's like 1 million people watching cutting this yard. I mean, there's YouTube channels about cutting yards and power washing driveways and exploring ghost towns or haunted houses. Maybe I'll create a YouTube channel exploring ghost towns of the West. Who knows? But right now we're doing K1 visas and green cards and spousal visas. Larry Piercy, now Mogi wants to do what Karina and you did. Well, at 9 o'clock tonight Central Time, which is 10 o'clock Miami time, there's gonna be a video made public of our Las Vegas extravaganza vacation. In about 3 hours Central Time, in about 3 hours from now, there will be a video that goes public, which shows everywhere we went in Las Vegas, everywhere. Okay, so if you are if you're a U.S. citizen and you're trying to think of a place to go for a vacation with your new foreign fiance or wife or husband, I'd say go to Las Vegas. You don't have to go there to gamble. We didn't gamble when we were in Vegas. We didn't gamble anything. I mean, I don't gamble. Karina doesn't gamble, and we don't drink. So it wasn't, we didn't go there to gamble or drink. What we did was we went to all different places and explored the different shops and the stores and experienced the Las Vegas shopping scene. Okay, now Karina didn't really buy much, but she had a great time exploring the stores. 9 o'clock tonight, March 19th, 2025. 9 o'clock tonight, a video will go public where you can watch what we did in Las Vegas. And so Moggy from Thailand wants to do what we did. We'll have Moggy from Thailand, beautiful Moggy from Thailand, have her you guys watch the video later on tonight, and you can see what we did in Las Vegas. Larry Piercy, what's the yard mower's number? What, the guy? He's a guy in South Florida. He's in South Florida. He lives, I don't know, Tampa probably. And he goes around, knocks on people's doors, and cuts people's yard for free. And then he videotapes it. He makes a recording of it, uploads it to his YouTube channel, and people watch him cut the yards. People must be so bored. They are absolutely bored out of their minds. They want to watch somebody cut somebody else's yard. But the good thing is it's free for the person, whoever's getting the yard cut. And he also does a channel for power washing driveways. I've seen YouTube channels. I mean, there's the news channels, obviously, which I don't know if we can believe half the stuff that comes out of the freaking news anyway, half the time. But anyway. And Larry Piercy, what did Delta charge you? I think it was like We flew Delta there and we flew American Airlines back. Because I don't really like Delta Airlines too much. I mean, yes and no. I mean, I'm not going to promote Delta Airlines. I'm not even going to promote American Airlines because my favorite airline is Avianca. But Avianca doesn't fly in the United States. They only fly to and back from South America or whatever. What did they charge us? I can't remember. I think it was $650 from Florida to Las Vegas with Delta, and I think it was like $800 from Las Vegas back to Florida with American Airlines, something like that. And then we stayed at the hotel. The hotel wasn't too bad. It was not that expensive. For two people. That's for dos personas. Sí, señor Larry. Two people. It was $800 there, and about $1,000 back for two people. $900 back. It wasn't that expensive. And we flew Delta to Atlanta, which that airport really is the busiest airport in the world, one of the busiest airports in the United States. But the price was right, so we decided to make the change in Atlanta, which the place is busy. I don't recommend flying to Atlanta for your visa, your check-in with your K-1 visa. If you're coming to the United States from a foreign country, I don't recommend you land in Atlanta, Georgia, because you're going to be in an immigration line that's so long it's going to take forever to get through it, especially if you have a connecting flight. Okay. Larry says, I can go to Thailand round trip for that. What, for $2,000 for one person? I don't know. It was like 1,900. There's a 3, 6, 9, 12. It was about $1,500 for two people round trip from Florida to Nevada. So $1,500 it costs round trip for two people to go from the United States to Thailand. Round trip. That's a good price, Larry. But here's my recommendation. Please don't leave the United States with Margie. Don't go to Thailand with Margie. Wait till she becomes a U.S. citizen. Right now, immigration is getting very strict. Let's take India, for example. If you are in the United States and you are from India and you decided that you're going to go back to India for 6 months on your green card, you miss your family. I don't care if it's a 2-year or a 10-year green card. If you are from India and you go back to your home country, you go back to India and you spend about 6 months there, you may not be able to come back to the USA. Immigration's getting tight. Immigration's getting strict. They're going to look at your 2-year or your 10-year green card and say, why did you spend the last 6 months in India? Well, I was with my family. Okay, but you're a legal permanent resident of the United States. You have a green card, which is to be used to live in the United States. So if you are from India or Australia or from Colombia or any country in the world, the Philippines, and you decide to go back to your home country for 4 or 5 months, 6 months, don't bank on coming back to the United States right now. You're going to there's a good chance your green card will be revoked because you're using it as a vacation pass, not as a legal permanent residency document. Terrence, Tambigor, hello Diego and Karina, what's going on? Terrence is in the house. Raj, hi Diego, I got married in 90 days, but she's not happy with me because her family doesn't like me. Well, you didn't marry the family, you married her. The situation is she doesn't want to process my documents. Many times she told me, leave my house. I told her the process, divorce, then I will go back. That's right. My home country, but she told me she will send you an email. No, you cannot get a divorce by a freaking email. You got to do it in front of a judge, and you got to get a certified divorce decree. So if you come to this country, if you're a foreign national, it doesn't work out with the U.S. citizen, before you go and you get married, before you go back to your home country, make sure you get a divorce and make sure the judge signs the divorce decree and signs it. And then you get 2 copies of it because you got to have that document for the future. Let's suppose then you come over here from I don't know what country, doesn't matter. You get a divorce and you go back to your home country. If you don't have the divorce decree signed by the judge, American judge, and then you meet somebody else, how are you going to get it? How are you going to get it? Can I do the process for the divorce by myself? Sure, you can go. Sure, that's probably the best thing to do. You've been stuck here for 11 months. Okay, here's what you do. You go into the courthouse, you file the fee for the divorce papers, and you file for divorce against your wife or husband, whoever this pertains to. Okay, and then I don't know how much it costs, but probably not too much. You go into the courthouse, ask for the papers to file for divorce, fill out the paperwork, pay the court the costs, and that's it. You know, it doesn't matter if you're married to whoever it is, a woman or a guy. Do not return to the United States. Do not return to your home country without getting the divorce papers. She told me online divorce, no need for sign. That's not true. That's bogus, baloney, horse crap. When you get a divorce in America, I don't care where you live, you go in front of a judge, either on by Zoom call or by in person in the courthouse, and then you get granted the divorce. First, you got to sort out the assets and stuff. But if you've only been married for a short period of time, you just go in and get a divorce. You file for it. You can do that, Raj. Go to the courthouse, pay the fee. Got to pay for the divorce fee. Pay the clerk of the court, whatever, and then wait for the hearing. And then you go in front of the hearing. You get granted a divorce, and then you wait for the paperwork to come, and you go pick up the paperwork. You don't need a freaking attorney to get a divorce, Raj. Unless you got a billions of dollars, you don't need an attorney. Listen to me. Let me talk to you very slowly. Raj, listen. Go to the courthouse where you live, file for the divorce, pay the fee to the government, wait for the hearing, go to the hearing, get a divorce, wait for the paperwork, get it in your hand, signed by the judge, and get a certified copy or two, and that's it. Then you go home. No, she's not obligated to support him. She won't file she hasn't signed the 864, so she's not obligated. Yes, you can do the divorce yourself, Raj. It's easy. Vimy Lawler, what's going on, Vimy? Now Vimy's a member of our channel, just like Larry Piercy. Welcome, Vimy. We're glad to see you. And Raj, how long does it take to process? I don't know where you live. It depends on where you live and how busy the courts are. Okay? But tomorrow, what's today? Wednesday? Tomorrow, if you have time, go to the clerk of the court. No, it's irrelevant, Larry. The I-134 is the only legal document is the 864. Go to the courthouse, Raj, file for divorce, wait for it to get done, go in front of the judge, say you want a divorce, and it's over. You're in Orange County. Well, there's an Orange County in Florida. There's an Orange County in California. There's an Orange County in, I believe, another state of the United States. Orange County. It means nothing to me. There's like 3 places within Orange County. You know, Orange County, Florida is Orlando. Orange County in California, I believe, is Los Angeles, or near LA. Let me see. She's not obligated to support Raj Larry Piercy. No, she didn't sign the 864, so she's not obligated for nothing. But they got married, so he has to get unmarried. And Raj can do it himself, and it's not difficult. Larry Piercy, California divorce takes a long time. Yeah, but Orange County's in California. Orange County's in Florida. Which Orange County does he live in? I don't know. But let's do this. Let's put some MAGA pixie dust all over Raj's divorce so you can go get it done. A Mountain Dew salute for taking. You got to be proactive. You can't be sitting around waiting for somebody to do something for you. You have to do it for yourself. Okay? Raj, until I get divorced, can I stay with her? Yeah. She is your responsible. She is responsible for you. Yeah. You tell her that you're going to stay here. You can't. The only way that she can remove you is by an eviction notice. Okay, so you can stay at the house. That's where you live. You can stay there, file for the divorce, get the divorce papers, then go home. And then with those divorce papers in your hand, you can then maybe meet somebody else in the future who's not a jerk like she is. Okay? Meet somebody else, and then you can have two opportunities at a K1 visa in the United States. There's two opportunities. If you go past two, a third time, you got to get a waiver from USCIS, and you got to write a long story while you're on number three. Okay? But listen, Raj, just do what I said. You can stay at her house. She cannot kick you out of the house. Legally, she cannot do that. Larry Piercy should sue the parents for what? Alienation of affection. No, all he needs to do is get a divorce and go home and then work on finding a new lady. Maybe in his home country, not here in America, you know? But listen, Raj, if you sign up as a member to the channel, I'll give you my phone number and my email address, and I will help you get a divorce. I'll help you do it. Sign up as a member, $9.99 per month. You probably only need my help for a month, and then you can cancel, and then I will go ahead and help you process your divorce stuff. Okay? It's easy. It's not difficult. You don't need an attorney. Raj, I fear she can blame one that's big for fear because last day she sent me to jail for 1 month. She sent you to jail for a month. For what? That time, good thing was withdrawal case. Now I fear. No, Raj, you're not listening to a word I've said. You haven't listened to one thing I've told you. Go to bed, get up in the morning, go file for divorce, get the divorce decree in your hand, get a copy of it, and then get on a plane and fly home. But you got to do that. You don't get a divorce via a freaking email. It doesn't work like that. Okay? And she can't kick you out of the house because she brought you here on a K1. Now, let's see. Come on, guys. Give me some questions. She should pay for the divorce. No. She's not going to pay for the divorce, Larry. She's not even going to do the paperwork for the guy, for his adjustment of status. He needs to get unmarried to her. That's all he's got to do. I mean, he could have the courts send her the bill. She could have the court send his wife the bill. I don't know. But he's got to get the process started, or else he's going to be forever legally tied up to her, and he will not be able to get remarried. He will not be able to find somebody who's for real. I'm just glad I got Karina. Man, I was so lucky to find her, and I'm very happy. I got my Las Vegas, Nevada shirt on. I don't know if you can see it. Karina bought me this in Fremont Street in Las Vegas. Now, in Fremont Street, that's where they filmed the movie, James Bond movie, Diamonds Are Forever, where they did the car chase in the red Mustang. Raj, thank you so much, but she forced me to go back. Well, Raj, she can't. If she doesn't want to be with you, okay, there's nothing that can say that she can be married to you. She cannot. You cannot. Whatever the issue is, whatever the drama is, whatever the Hollywood syndrome is going on, go to the courthouse, file for divorce, go in front of a judge, get a divorce, and you're good to go. Then you got divorce papers in your hand. It's certified. They got to be certified by the clerk of the court, signed by the judge, and then go home. Okay? You can do it. Rand Wheat, hi Diego, haven't been on here in a while. Haven't been on here. Okay, no worries. There's no obligation to be on here. You're good. If you need help from me, if you want all this information that I have stored up in my head, okay, I basically have USCIS up here in my brain, the entire book. And if you need help with your green card or your K1 visa, spousal visa, or even a tourist visa, but don't ask me about work visas. I don't have a clue about those. But USCIS, I got the manual right here. So if you got a question, I just go into the index file and I give you the answer. Then you don't have to be calling USCIS and waiting on the line for 2 or 3 hours. And you don't have to be hiring an immigration attorney. So I'm saving you thousands and thousands. I saved Larry $13,000 already. Raj, please provide me your email and number. I want to join your advice. Okay, well, sign up as a member. Go into the channel. You look on the channel and it says membership. Click on membership, join as a member. Then you will get my email address and phone number. Then I will go ahead and help you. The only reason I ask people to sign up as a member if they want my personal help is so I know who the heck is getting my email address and my phone number. So if I get any prank calls in the middle of the night at 2 o'clock in the morning, then I will know if it was somebody who signed up as a member. But you guys are not going to do that. So the reason I have to, YouTube recommended I create a membership platform if you want my personal help. All right? If you want me to help you personally, one-on-one, whether you want me to help you get a divorce, I'm not a divorce attorney, I'm not a CPA, and I'm not an immigration attorney. I'm not a family law attorney either. But I know how to do all this stuff. Been there, done that. Let's see. Terrence, I couldn't get my wife's I-94 form after putting all her required information, so what do? Call the Border Patrol. You can get the I-94. Every single person who is a foreign national that enters the United States gets an I-94. It's a mandatory form for the green card application. You cannot file a green card application without the I-94. I'm talking the 2-year green card, not the 10-year green card. You don't need it for the 10-year. But for the 2-year green card application, you got to include the I-94. So get your wife or husband's passport. Look at the passport number. They may ask you for the document number. The document number is the passport number. Put her name in, middle name, first name, last name, country of origin, and passport number. And lo and behold, there's the I-94. And then you print 5 or 6 copies of it. If you cannot get it, if the computer won't let you, if you cannot get it called up, call the Border Patrol nearest you and ask them to help you get the I-94. You got to have it. If you don't include the I-94 in your green card application, the 2-year green card application, you will get an RFE. Where's your I-94? It's mandatory. Let's see. So if you want me to help you, Raj, just sign up as a member. You can sign up on this channel, the K1 Visa channel. Sign up as a member, and it will be the cheapest $9.99. It will be the cheapest divorce you've ever paid for in your life. Let me see. Ryan Wheat, absolutely. You walked me through the K1 visa process. Narcita arrived here March 20th. Mountain Dew salute. Last year we were married April 27th. Filed the adjustment of status. Still waiting. So you filed for the green card on July 2nd. July 2nd of 2024, right? So it's August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So by next month, you're going to hear from immigration. Okay, Rand, next month, April at the latest. The end of next month, you'll hear from USCIS. Don't be surprised if you get a letter where they have scheduled you for a green card interview with the immigration officer. This new process is being put in place to prevent green card fraud. And it's looking like everybody's going to be getting green card interviews, including Karina and I. I couldn't care less if I go to a green card interview with Karina. It's all good. It's just a pain that I got to go find a hotel, drive somewhere, spend the night, gas money, food money, hotel, and then come back. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But I'll go in front of an immigration attorney any time of the day of the week. It's no worries to me. But we'll just have to make a little vacation out of it, like we did when we did Karina's biometrics in New Orleans. We made a weekend out of it in New Orleans. So Karina's been all over the place. Karina's been to Florida, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada. She's been to 7 states out of 50. So she's got 43 more to go. Good job, Rand Wheat. We're happy for you. By next month, you should be hearing from immigration. Raj, thank you so much. God bless you both. But my experience here is so bad. Don't let it be. Don't be a freaking victim. Now, listen, Raj. Don't be a victim. Be a victor. Okay? You know, if only you knew half of the crap I've been through in the past, you would be this would be a walk in the park for me. Okay? I've been through worse than you can imagine with some of these crazy people. Okay? But I got beautiful Karina. She keeps me in line. She takes care of me. I take care of her. Everything's happy. And we just came back from vacation. And Raj, go ahead, sign up as a member. Then you'll get my contact info. And that way I know who's got it. The only reason I'm asking people to pay for a membership isn't because I want your freaking money. It's so I know who's got access to my phone number and my email address. That's it. Terrence, I put country of citizenship as USA. You're not a U.S. citizen, Terrence. Where did you put country of citizenship USA? Where did you put that? On what document? Listen up. Pay attention, boys and girls. If you are a beneficiary in the United States on a green card, 2-year or 10-year, and if you ever say that you are a U.S. citizen, I don't care where it is, you will be deported from this country, the United States. If you're a foreign national, you come here on a green card or a K1, you get married, and you tell somebody, let's suppose you go in to the clerk of the court and you say you're a U.S. citizen, and immigration find out, you're going to get deported. That's a deportable offense. You are not a U.S. citizen, and you cannot say you are a U.S. citizen, especially on a legal freaking immigration document. You're going to have to fix that sooner rather than later to save yourself. It was a big mistake. You got to fix it. Emil Stout. Hi, Diego. I have a question. Do I need to change the date in the form that I was signed on February 25th, 2025? Do I need to update the date to March 18th, 2025? I'm going to send it tomorrow. If you are fixing to send a green card application in tomorrow, you want to sign it for today's date. If you're sending a green card application to USCIS tomorrow, you're going to date it March 19th, 2025. The day before you send it. By UPS. Don't be sending it by the U.S. Postal Service. The U.S. Postal Service is not the place to be sending these kind of documents. You got to use a courier service. Okay. Let me see. Rand Wheat. Yes, USCIS website says step 3 or 4 complete, but I kind of figured we're going to have an interview. Yeah, we're going to have one probably too. It's no big deal. Only live 1 hour from New Orleans, so that's okay. Well, there you go. New Orleans, nice road trip. If we once we go to our green card interview, well, not mine for Karina's, we'll probably be in New Orleans or in Alabama. I don't know, but we'll go wherever they tell us to go. No big deal. Let me see. Goku Giova 1. Hello, Diego. This is Giovanni. Now, Giovanni, that's the Italian, right? You're our Italian friend. Didn't you go through Naples, Italy or something? Hope everything is going great and the vacation was fun. We had a great vacation. Okay? Now, I don't like flying from A to B. Flying from A to B sucks, and flying back sucks. I hate flying. It's a pain. Got to take your belt off. You got to take your shoes off. Colombian, that's right. Colombian, Giovanni, Colombian. That's correct. You're Colombian. You got to take your belt off. You got to take your shoes off. You got to look. I mean, seriously. Flying sucks. And when we flew back from Las Vegas, we were in Dallas, Texas. So Texas is another state you've been to. So that's 8. You've been to 8 states. We were in Dallas, Texas, and we were flying to Pensacola. And a tornado was coming. There were tornadoes coming in from the Gulf of America. We're flying over the land. And then in the Gulf of America, there's all these freaking tornadoes coming towards Pensacola. And the pilot, he tried to land the plane, but we were getting beat up. We were getting beat up like Rocky when he was fighting the Russian. So the pilot, he tried 3 times to land. but he couldn't land because of the weather was so bad. It was very dangerous. And everybody's having a heart attack on the plane. Panic attack. Everybody's freaking out because of this, because the plane's going like this. The tornadoes are coming in, and we're flying around over the Gulf of America, and we're running out of freaking jet fuel. And the pilot says, we're running out of fuel. And I'm thinking, oh, great. Well, we're going to get a nice water landing in the Gulf of America. We're going to get the Chris in the Gulf. So then the pilot made a very smart decision and said, we're going to fly from here to Panama City because we're running out of jet fuel. And the weather is just bad here in Pensacola. We cannot land the plane. I said, well, great. Let's get the heck out of this bad weather and go to Panama City. So the plane flew to Panama City. We landed in Panama City. And half the passengers got off the plane. They said, I'm not flying anymore. They were scared to death. I'm sitting on the plane going, no, hang on, Karina. Wait for the weather to calm down in Pensacola, and then we'll fly back to frickin' Pensacola. So half the plane got off the plane. And the airline said, well, you can't get your bags. We don't have authority here to deplane anybody with bags. You can get off the plane, but you can't get your bags. People didn't care. They were that scared. So half the plane got off, and that left just Karina and I and a few other people. And we just hung out in Panama City in the airplane, waiting for the weather to calm down. And then the pilot said, okay, whoever's left on the plane, we're going to fly back to Pensacola. Okay, says I, we're good. And we took off and we flew back to Pensacola. And, there was hardly anybody on the plane. That was scary, though. The weather was pretty bad. That was a pretty scary. I thought we were going to crash into the Gulf of America, to be honest with you, but we didn't. Let me see here. Giovanni from Colombia. Terrence, I put my wife citizen of country as USA for getting the I-94. You got to put her country where she was born. What is her citizenship? When I got Karina's I-94, I put in there Venezuela because Karina's from Venezuela. If you put in there United States and your wife is from, I don't know, some other country, they're not going to find your record. You're going to be lost and they're going to go, what the heck is this? When you fill out an I-94 online, you put the passport number, your beneficiary's middle name, first name, last name, and her country of origin. And in Karina's case, it was Venezuela. Boom, there's her I-94. And I printed 6 copies. One for her purse, one for the glove box of the car, one for the Social Security Administration, one for the 2-year green card, a spare copy in here in case somebody lost a copy. You want to print 6 copies of the I-94. Get it done. You can do it. You just got to use the right country. And Giovanni's a Colombian. That's right, Giovanni. But there was somebody from Italy with your name also that we helped get their K1 visa approved in Naples, Italy. Tom Shu, hi Diego and Karina, good evening. I read a post online about someone who traveled out of the USA to attend a funeral while still waiting on her green card. Yes, Tom, as a result, she was not allowed to come back because it was considered as an abandonment of her adjustment status. She did apply for the travel permit, but it was not approved in time. I wonder if one should apply a travel permit just in case of emergencies happen. Here's the secret. The first thing I did with Karina and her family was we all sat around the table in Bogota, Colombia. I said, listen, when Karina flies to America, you're not going to see her for maybe 3 years. Are you good with that? And we all had, Colombia is a republic. We had a vote. Everybody raised their hand. Okay, we can handle that. I asked Karina, is your mama okay? Is she sick? Does she have any problems? No, mom's okay. I said, is your sister who lives in Venezuela, is she good to go? Is she not? She's good. I said, okay. Because I had explained to Karina in Colombia, sitting around a table, that once we come to America, we're not leaving until she's a U.S. citizen. 2-year green card, 10-year green card, I don't give a, it's irrelevant. What's relevant is a U.S. passport. A Border Patrol officer can revoke a 2-year or a 10-year green card at will. He may not like you. Oh, I don't like you. Okay. Boom, give me your green card. Sign this form, you're done. Go back home. Do not leave the United States of America until you become a citizen. If you don't want to become a citizen, you don't have to become a citizen, but then don't leave the United States on your green card. And that person you're talking about, Tom Shu, I believe, was a lady from Lebanon, and she left the but she was on a work permit, not on a green card to attend. This lady was on a H-1B1 work permit. She was a doctor, and she went back to Lebanon to attend the funeral of a of a terrorist who was designated a terrorist by the United States government. So this lady is on a work permit. She's a doctor. She's from Lebanon. She goes back to Lebanon. She goes to this funeral. The guy was a designated terrorist by the U.S. State Department. And then she came back to the United States. She got to the Border Patrol checkpoint, and they said, "What were you doing out of the country in Lebanon?" She said, "I went to a funeral." "Whose funeral?" "Oh, this guy's funeral." "Ah, but this guy's a designated terrorist. Your green card is here. Your work permit is hereby revoked." And they put her on a plane back to Lebanon. That's that's how easy it is. If the Border Patrol officer doesn't like you, he can stop you from coming in the country. Do not travel. Forget about these advanced parole documents. Advanced parole means you can travel while you're waiting for your green card. Let's suppose you come to America, you get married, you apply for the green card, and then you also apply for an advanced parole. It's like $600 and something. Advanced parole is a document you can use to travel on while you're waiting for your green card. Don't do it. Don't do it. You got to listen to me, guys. I've been around the block. I've been through this immigration process for years and years and years. The 2-year green card is probationary. The 10-year green card can be revoked if you do something stupid, like get a DUI or a criminal offense. That's worse than a DUI. Okay? Don't travel until you become a citizen. That's my advice. Take it or leave it. So Tom Shu, that person that went to attend a funeral, was probably that lady who was from Lebanon on a work permit, and she had her work permit revoked because she went to the funeral of a terrorist that was designated by the U.S. State Department. And they found out, and she tried to delete all of her crap on her cell phone, but they found it. If you delete something on your phone, they can recover it. They found it, and they said, "You're going back to Lebanon." "Well, what about my house in wherever she lived?" "I can't remember where she lived, Massachusetts or somewhere." "Well, we don't care. I'm living in an apartment. I'm living in a house. I've got a car payment. I've got to pay. I got this. I got that. It's not my problem. You are not coming into the United States." There you go. "Tom, I wonder if one should apply for a travel permit." Don't do it. Come to America and stay here until you become a citizen. And then plan your vacations. If there's an emergency in the family, try to handle it via Zoom call, via WhatsApp, via Face Chat, whatever it's called. What is it called? I explained to Karina, listen, when you come to America, you're from Venezuela, number one, and that's a country that is not on the very happy list of the U.S. government. The government, not the people of Venezuela, Maduro, the fraud president of Venezuela. Okay, he's a big problem. So the United States is right now blocking visas from people from Venezuela, probably work visas, tourist visas, etc., via the embassy in Colombia. So Karina knows she's from Venezuela, and when she becomes a citizen of America, then we're going to travel. We're going to go to Colombia, see baby Paula, see our family, our brothers. Maybe we can get mom from Venezuela into Colombia. We're going to visit the family, but not till she's not till she's a holder of a U.S. passport. Terrence, okay, thank you so much. No problem. James, hooray. Hello, Diego and Karina. How are you both? We are good. Thank you. There it is. I'm looking for the mega pixie dust. How was your vacation? We had a great time. I have been patiently waiting for your live stream. Glad to have you back. We're here, James. We are here. Now, here's the thing, James. If you were a member of this channel, if you signed up as a member, $9.99 a month, you're going to get our cell phone number, my email address, Karina's cell phone, and then you could have texted me any questions that you had while you were waiting for us to get back from vacation. You wouldn't have had to wait. If you want to be a member, sign up. If not, don't worry. Just wait for the live streams. We're good. So, James, we're back. Tom, thank you so much, Diego. We will avoid traveling abroad for the next few years. Karina and I both miss our family. Karina's family is my family in Colombia. I miss baby Paula, my little niece. I miss Asia, my nephew. I miss Andrea, Edgeri, her brothers. She got 5 brothers that live in Colombia. Her sister lives in Venezuela. I haven't met her sister or her mom, and I want to meet them, but we're not going anywhere. So the family, we all had a vote. We're in a republic. We had a vote. Raise your hand if you can handle being away from Karina for 3 years. They said, okay, we can handle it. Karina said, we can handle it. I can handle it. When Karina becomes a citizen of the United States of America, she gets a U.S. passport. Boom. We're off to Colombia to see her family. Okay? It's all part of the deal. When you date somebody from a foreign country, and you marry somebody from a foreign country, you also, especially from South America, when I married Karina, her whole family became my family. Right? Don't travel, Tom. Do not travel. Giovanni, quick question. We do have 90 days to get married. Yes, that's correct. How much time after we get married do we need to send the green card application? My recommendation is to get it done about 50 to 60 days after you get married. But the maximum time you should wait is 6 months. Don't go past 6 months from the day you enter the United States. 6 months is the cutoff. If it goes longer than 6 months, you have to write a letter of explanation why you haven't filed for the green card yet. Maybe it's financial, and you're trying to save up. It's a lot of money for a green card. And if you got a big family, if you bring a lot of people over, it can get expensive for a green card. You're going to pay for 3 green cards. That's what? Almost $5,000. It's a lot of money. Let me see here. You got to get married within 90 days. When you get to the United States, you get an I-94 generated by the Border Patrol, Customs and Immigration. Your K-1 visa becomes irrelevant. Once the plane lands in America, the K-1 visa got you to the United States. It's a one-way ticket, one-way pass. That becomes irrelevant once you land in America. Then you're going to work off of an I-94. The I-94 becomes your temporary green card, technically. But what it says is you got 90 days to get married on the dates on the I-94. You get married within a week or 2 of arriving in America, and then you got 50 or 60 days to put your green card package together. And the best, thing is to get it done within the 90 days on the I-94. If not, don't worry. You're not going to be out of status as long as you got married within 90 days. But then you got to apply for it within no later than 6 months after you land in the United States. Let me see here. James, so my fiance and I got our case number from the MVC through public inquiry February 10th, okay? Our NOA2 expires April 18th. We have not received our welcome letter yet. Our case is still at the MVC. Your NOA2 letter is not going to expire as long as you maintain contact with the National Visa Center. So once a week, you need to send an inquiry to the National Visa Center and say, this is James. I'm just checking in with the MVC on my case. In the subject line of the MVC inquiry, you're going to put what your first name or your beneficiary's first name, her country of residence, where she lives right now, and if you have a receipt number on your NOA1 letter. Okay? Your NOA2 letter will be extended as long as you maintain contact with the National Visa Center. Karina's NOA2 letter expired It was, let me think here, September of 2023, September 16th, 2023, Karina's NOA2 letter expired. Karina's K1 visa interview, the scary visa interview in Bogota, Colombia, was on November 16th, 2023. So Karina's NOA2 letter had been expired for 2 months. But I can maintain contact with the National Visa Center. I stayed in contact with the U.S. Embassy in Bogota, and that extended the NOA2 letter. Just by virtue of communication with the NVC and or the embassy, extends your NOA2 letter to the date of your visa interview, even if you haven't scheduled the visa interview yet. But once you schedule the visa interview, even if your NOA2 letter is expired for 3 months, you're good. If your case is still at the MVC, that means that the embassy, James, is busy where your beneficiary lives. The embassy our case will go to is in Lagos, Nigeria. Please, what do we do? What do you do? I just explained it. You send an inquiry once a week to the MVC, check in with the MVC and say, this is James. I'm checking in on my case. Have you forwarded it to the U.S. Embassy in Lagos, Nigeria yet? They will always respond back to you. No, we haven't. Your case is still pending or whatever. But that extends your NOA2 letter, okay? Just by virtue of your communication. The MVC will go in their computer and say, well, James contacted us on this date, and your NOA2 letter will be extended. All you can do is wait, because the MVC is waiting for the embassy in Lagos, Nigeria, to get on busy so that they can accept your K1 visa application. That's it. Did I answer your question? You got it? Just relax. Francois Livingston. Good evening, Diego and Karina. Now, what's going on? Now, Francois lives in upstate New York. Francois is a member of this channel. And today, I helped Francois basically fill out a bunch of paperwork on her 485 via email. Right, Francois? Tell everybody I was helping you today via email, because you're a member of the channel and you get personalized service. Let's see here. Giovanni, yes, that is the case. Money to save. Well, just save it up. You got 6 months to save up. Once you get married, Giovanni, you're good. And you can get married in any state, right? Yeah, you can get married in any state. If you live in Los Angeles, California, my condolences to you if you do, because Los Angeles is not really a place I'd ever want to live. I don't even want to go there on vacation right now because it's so dirty and so filthy, and it's managed by incompetence. The government in California sucks. But if you live in Los Angeles, it may take you 6 weeks to get a marriage license, and then it may take another 6 to 8 weeks just to get the marriage certificate, because they're so incompetent there. If you live in LA, Los Angeles, fly to Vegas and get married in Las Vegas, okay? It's just up the road. You get the marriage license and the marriage certificate in a couple of days, and then fly back to California, and then you'll have the documents that you need for your green card. Immigration don't care if you got married in Las Vegas. All they care about is you got married, and it's a legal document. Get it certified by the courthouse in Las Vegas. Come back to California and get married with your paperwork. That way you don't get stuck waiting 3 months for the government in Los Angeles to get off their backsides and work your paperwork for your marriage certificate. Seriously, that's how bad it is in California. If you live in California right now, my condolences to you, okay? I feel sorry for you. And you can get married in any state, that's correct. North Carolina. Okay, you're in North Carolina, but you're going to get married in South Carolina. That's okay. You can do that. Francois, you were helping so much today, and I replied as fast as FedEx. I reply quicker than FedEx. I am very impressed. Thank you. You're welcome, Francois. We're going to get Hamid his green card. Now, listen, everybody watching right now. Everybody watching right now. Don't be surprised if you get a letter for a green card interview for your 2-year green card. Don't have a heart attack. Don't panic. Don't be scared. It's what it is. It is what it is. Karina and I probably, no doubt, no matter how strong the green card package I put together, We're going to have a green card interview. But the only thing it's just an inconvenience because we're going to have to take a day off of work. We have to drive God knows where, spend the night, gas, food, hotel bills. But it's an investment in Karina for my family. I don't care about paying for that. But what I don't care about is the inconvenience of it when we know it's not necessary. But it's a new rule. When immigration says you got to jump 6 feet, you jump 6 feet. It's the way it is. It's just the way it is. Raj, hi Diego. How was your trip to the Grand Canyon? We are going May after the 15th. We had a great time, Raj, in the Grand Canyon. We went to the south rim of the Grand Canyon. We hiked a bunch of miles. My feet were killing me from walking around Las Vegas, and they were killing me again walking around the Grand Canyon, but it was an excellent experience. We also went to Seligman, Arizona, where that was the place where they was the inspiration for the Disney Pixar movie Cars. And Karina got to see the cars that were the inspiration for the movie in Seligman, in Arizona. We went to the Grand Canyon of the South Rim. We made a video about it for you guys to watch. And we also went to Kingman, Arizona, and we ate in McDonald's in Kingman, Arizona. Now, in Kingman, Arizona, back in '57 or something like that, there was a UFO crash there in the desert, and it's a very famous UFO crash. But we just didn't have the time to go check out the crash site of this UFO. I wanted to go check it out, but we didn't have the time. And we also stopped off at the Hoover Dam. And we drove back from Arizona into Nevada, and Karina could see the Hoover Dam right down below us. Raj, any idea how long a green card is taking? 9.3 months is the average. You applied November 25th. So December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So by the end of August of this year, you should be hearing from immigration where they'll be scheduling you for a green card interview. Just like Karina. Karina's going to apply for her 10-year green card next year. And there's no doubt in my mind we're going to be going for a green card interview. But who cares, right? It is what it is. And we spent a week in Arizona, Nevada. We went to the grave site of Art Bell in Pahrump, Nevada. Now, Art Bell is a very famous radio host. You may have heard of Art Bell. He's famous. He had 15 million viewers when he was at the top of his, peak. And he had a radio station out of his house in Pahrump, Nevada. He was married to a Filipina. Okay, so Art Bell, the famous radio show host, he applied for his wife's green card, and he got denied because they said that he didn't submit the paperwork for his RFE. But he got an RFE. He submitted the paperwork, but immigration lost it. So they sent him a letter saying and why he was doing that. They had to fly to the Manila, Philippines to sell their condo. So here's the rule. Once you're in America with a green card, or you're in working a green card, don't leave. So Art Bell with his wife left the United States. They left Nevada, flew to Manila. They bought plane tickets to come back to the United States, and they wouldn't let her in the country. So Art Bell said, okay, I'll live in the Philippines. And this guy's famous. He is probably the most famous talk show host in the world for the stuff that he does. So he moved to the Philippines and was doing his radio show out of Manila. Then he was told, immigration said, okay, Mr. Bell, we're sorry, just redo the paperwork from the scratch. So he had to do the paperwork over for his wife's spousal visa from the beginning. So he lived in the Philippines like I lived in Colombia with Karina. He lived in the Philippines till he got his wife's green card approved. Then they both moved to the United States and to Pahrump, and he did his radio show. 15 million. He's worth about $10 million when he died. So his Filipino wife became an instant millionaire, which is good. But they were in a real relationship. So we went to his gravesite in Pahrump. We paid respects to him. And I tell you, it's a long drive from Las Vegas to Pahrump. We're driving across the I think it's the Mojave Desert. I don't know. But we went to Pahrump. We went to the Grand Canyon. We went to Kingman, Arizona. Karina's been all over the place. Let's see. Raj, after 2 years, she is not applying for citizenship. No, after 2 years, you got to apply for a 10-year green card. Here's how it works. You get a 2-year green card. 3 months before it expires, you upgrade it. You lift the conditions off of it for a 10-year green card. Then you get a 10-year green card. Once you've been married to a U.S. citizen for 3 years, then you can apply for U.S. citizenship. Well, what if you haven't got your 10-year green card in your hand by the time you do that? Don't worry about it. You're going to get a receipt from immigration that you've applied for your 10-year green card. If it takes a year to get it, okay, whoop-de-doo. You've done the time. 3 years from the issue date of the 2-year green card is when you can apply for U.S. citizenship, whether you've received your 10-year green card or not. But you got to lift the conditions off your 2-year green card. You got to apply for the 10-year green card. Don't do what this one guy did. Okay? He got his 2-year green card and he didn't lift the conditions off of it. After 3 years, he applied for U.S. citizenship. So he went to his U.S. citizenship face-to-face, and they said, here's your 2-year green card has expired. Where's your 10-year green card? He said, well, I thought this was good. I used my 2-year green card for the last 3 years. And immigration deported him. They sent him back home. Number one, because he was an idiot. If you have a 2-year green card and you have an expiration date and you go past the expiration date, you're going to get deported. He thought he just didn't worry about it. He just thought he'd go for U.S. citizenship. Doesn't work that way. You get your 2-year green card. You lift the conditions off of it 3 months before it expires. You get your 10-year green card after you've been in the United States for 3 years from the date of the issue of your 2-year green card. Become a citizen. And then all this immigration stuff goes away. So, Raj, after 2 years of green card, we have to apply for 10-year and then citizenship. That's exactly what I just explained. You got it. Mountain Dew salute to Raj. You listen to me. You're learning. The whole purpose of this channel is so you learn how to do this. So you don't make stupid mistakes. Because a stupid mistake is going to cost your wife or husband his or her green card or legal status in America. Let's see. Chernobyl, 955. Hey, Diego, I got a question. That's why I'm here. Do I have to change my address from Florida to my new house in Georgia, even if I can receive mail in Florida? If you move from Florida to Georgia, you live in Georgia. You got to tell immigration your new address in Georgia. Can I send them the AR-11 the same time I send the adjustment of status packet? No. If you move from Florida to Georgia, you fill out the 485 and use your address in Georgia. Okay? So you live in Florida, you move to Georgia, you get to Georgia, you fill out the adjustment of status paperwork and you use your address in Georgia. Because if you don't, if you file an AR 15, let me see here. If you change your address with immigration, okay, but you physically live in Georgia, you're gonna have problems. You must use the address where you physically live. What if immigration decided to go knock on your door in Florida just to see if you were there and you're not there? Where is he? He's in Georgia. He moved. Ah, really? Guess what? Your green card's going down the toilet. The AR-11, excuse me. You got to use the address where you live physically. Raj, my 2 biometrics done. You had 2 biometrics? How many faces have you got? In January, will they notify me for green card interview? You think I should prepare for the interview? Oh, yeah, you got to prepare for the interview. Karina knows everything about me. I know everything about Karina. So if they ask Karina a question about me, she knows the answer. If they ask me a question about Karina, I know the answer. You got to know everything about your fiance, your wife, your husband. You got to know everything. If the immigration say to me, Diego, what is your wife Karina's mother's name? Well, it's Victoria. Where does she live? She lives in Caracas, Venezuela. Okay. How many brothers does Karina have? 5. Does she have a sister? Yeah, she has a sister. What's her name? Lives in Venezuela. You got to know everything about everything. Karina knows everything about me from the day I popped out of my mama. Boing! Francois, Diego, I thought 90 days before the 2-year green card is up. That's when you file for the 10-year green card. That's what I just said. 3 months. You look at the 2-year green card. You look at the expiration date. Karina's 2-year green card expires June 25th, 2026. She's going to apply for her 10-year green card March 2026. The exact date is probably going to be in there right there, but it's got to be 90 days before. If you lift the conditions off of your 2-year green card too early, immigration will send all your stuff back. If you lift the conditions off your 2-year green card too late, if you wait and you're tardy, you're going to be deported. So the secret is this. Look at the expiration date on your 2-year green card, minus 90 days from that date. And then somewhere in that 90-day window, you lift the conditions. You submit the paperwork. Let's see. Raj, I'm in Los Angeles. Are you in LA as in Los Angeles, or are you in LA as in Louisiana? How will the interview be? They interview everybody. People that live in LA pretty much gets an interview. Everybody, even before Trump became president. If you live in Los Angeles, you will have your green card interview in Los Angeles at the USCIS office in downtown LA. Jay Baxter. Now, Jay Baxter is a member of this channel. He's a member. Do you have to fill out a change of address form if you move after your spouse arrived in America on her K-1, but before you filed your paperwork? No. When you file the adjustment of status paperwork, that's when you update the address. Okay? Jay Baxter, you got it? That's what you do. Don't be just as soon as you get your adjustment of status paperwork, that's where you go ahead and put your new address. So that way you don't confuse anybody at immigration and you don't get paperwork lost in the United States Postal Service. You don't want to do that. So the question is, no, you don't have to. You change the address on the adjustment of status paperwork, USCIS form I-485, okay? And then you file the paperwork with the new address on it. Francois, I was away from my phone, so I missed your answer. The answer is, Francois, 90 days before your 2-year green card expires is when you apply for the 10-year green card. You look for the 90-day window, and you lift the conditions off the green card, the 2-year green card. You look at the expiration date, minus 90 days, and in that 90-day window is when you lift the conditions and apply for the 10-year green card. If you apply too late, you get deported. If you apply too early, they send everything back to you, and you got to redo all the freaking paperwork. Chernobyl, thank you. I tried to change my address. No, don't do that. Under my account, don't. But I don't see any request after I submitted it. So I heard you want to send the AR-11. You can mail an AR-11. You can fill it out and mail it if you want to. You can do that. The AR-11, you can do it online or you can mail it. You can do it either way. Raj, can we travel with a 2-year green card? Don't do it, Raj. Once you get a 2-year green card, you don't travel outside of the United States till you become a citizen or you get a 10-year green card. Do not travel. Don't go anywhere except on vacation somewhere in the United States of America. You waited 2 years to get a freaking green card. Now you want to get on a plane and fly back to the country where you came from? Immigration is not looking for that. Immigration wants to issue you a green card so that you live in America and you don't go anywhere. You live here. You build a life here. You get a job. You pay taxes. You become American. Become part of the big melting pot of the United States. Don't travel, Raj, on a 2-year green card. Don't do it. My opinion. Now, you can travel if you want to, but I don't recommend it. Chernobyl, and is there a time frame to submit the adjustment of status after the marriage date? No, you want to do it within 50 or 60 days, but don't go past 6 months. Jay Baxter, yes, Jay Baxter, you're a member of this channel. You got my phone number, you got my email address. You can text me anytime you got questions. Raj, one of my friends got a green card in 3 months. No, never happened. So lucky. No, it's not true. I don't believe it. I believe that your friend told you that, and I believe you told me that he told you that, but I believe he's telling you a story that's not real. Your friend got a green card. It is impossible to get a green card in 3 months. Not even a diplomat can get a green card in 3 months. Once I get the green card in August, can I travel to India as soon as I get my green card? You come into America to live. You come into the United States to get a job and become a part of this country. So why do you want to travel to India? Right now, India is being looked at very hard for green card fraud. The Trump administration is looking very hard at the country of India for green card fraud. So if you got a 2-year green card and you just get it in your hand and you fly to India, there's a good chance they won't let you back in the country. That's all I can tell you. Can I travel to India? Sure. As soon as you get your green card, you can get on a plane and fly to India. You're missing your family. You remember, I remember, Raj, you miss your family. But if you marry somebody from the United States, you leave your family behind and you start a life here and start a new family or adopt some children, right? Mm-hmm. We got cats, Vinny and Rambo. Mm-hmm. You get a green card in your hand, 2 years, you arrive in America, you stay here, and you build a life here. If you miss somebody back wherever it is you lived in the past, Australia, Colombia, Venezuela, Peru, Chile, India, Pakistan, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, I don't care where you guys came from, but once you get here, you stay here, right? That's why it's called a legal permanent resident. It's not called a travel visa between this country and this country. It's not a visa. It's a document that says you live and work permanently in the United States. Okay? When you get your 2-year green card, don't go anywhere. Build your life here. Become a citizen if you want to. Then go see your family. That's how it works. That's what immigration is looking for. Boogeyman, hey Diego, it's been a while. What's going on, Boogeyman? So I got my EAD, got your work permit today, less than a month. Yeah, it takes about a month to get the work permit. Good job. Got approved in about 3 weeks. Mountain Dew salute to Boogeyman for the work permit. So now you can get your butt to work. Get to work. Stop paying taxes. Good job, Boogeyman. Chernobyl, thank you so much, Diego and Karina. Appreciate you both and for your experience. I got 11 years doing this, guys. You both and for your experience in helping everyone with this. Immigration sucks. Immigration only sucks if you don't have patience and you don't qualify for the benefit. If you don't have any patience, immigration sucks. If you don't qualify for the benefit, immigration sucks. If you're in a fraud relationship, immigration is going to find out. If you try to, make the process go quicker by skipping different things you're supposed to do, you're not going to get your green card. When you get your green card, it took you a long time to get it. It cost a lot of money. It took a lot of time, a lot of sweat equity, a lot of paperwork. You get it, come to America, and you live here. That's what it's for. Okay? Raj, I am an Indian citizen. That's okay. We love our friends in India. Married to an American. We love our American friends. Thanks, Diego. I was thinking to visit my family in India. Don't do it. Stay here in the United States. Okay, guys, I've been talking for an hour and 14 minutes. I'm getting a little hungry. I want to eat something. I'm going to have something to eat, to snack on. Maybe watch a video. In about 2 hours, our latest video will go public about our big extravaganza vacation to Las Vegas. You get to see what we did. And we hope you enjoyed the live stream today. I hope you learned something today. I want you to get your green card. Once you get it, live in America. Okay? If you are that tied to your family where you miss them so much, then you shouldn't be marrying an American citizen. Okay? You marry somebody from your own country, because this process is going to require long separations from family. It's going to cost a lot of money. It's going to require a lot of patience. And when you get that green card in your hand, it's issued to you as a benefit to live and work in this country, not to use it as a visa to travel between different countries. Okay? It's a permanent residency card. It's not a tourist visa. If you just want to fly back and forth to the United States and visit, come here for 6 months and live in India for 6 months, get a tourist visa. Don't marry an American. Let's see here. Raj, in immigration are very strict about India. You are right. I'm always right. I've never made a mistake on this channel, guys. Boogeyman, been watching your vacation blogs. Well, we appreciate that. Is there snow in the Grand Canyon? Yes, there was snow in the Grand Canyon. We were driving up this road. I can't remember the name of this road, but it was snow on both sides of us. And Karina's looking out the window going, man, there's snow everywhere. There was snow in the Grand Canyon. All right, guys. Today's what, Wednesday? Oh, yeah, Merciless. Today's Wednesday. Probably I'll do a live stream for our members tomorrow. So if you are a member of this channel, I will do a live stream just for you guys, so I can answer more questions for you. And if you want to become a member of this channel, it's $9.99 a month. If you only need my help for a month, then just sign up for a month. But then you get my email address and you get my phone number, and then you can ask me questions all day long, every day. I'm retired, okay? I retired from the Navy. I retired from Mercedes-Benz. I retired from real estate. So I got to do something. So I put this channel together because Karina, it was her idea. Karina came up with this idea for this immigration channel when we were in Villa de Leyva, Colombia, Central Colombia, very historic part of Colombia. And she said, I had a cooking channel, and then I had a channel about exploring Colombia. So Karina said, just make it an immigration channel. So I deleted all the cooking videos, but I left up all the videos about exploring Colombia, and I turned it into an immigration channel. And here we are. And Raj, where did you stay in Las Vegas? We stayed at the Treasure Island Hotel on the Las Vegas Strip. And the reason I picked the Treasure Island Hotel is because they got free parking for the truck. And it was very close to Interstate 15 because I needed to get on Interstate 15. Bogeyman, we're glad you put the channel together. Karina, thank Karina. She was the one who came up with this. Did Karina like Las Vegas? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she loved it. She loved Las Vegas. And when I sign off from this live stream, I think Karina maybe make me a sandwich or something. When I get off from the live stream, I'll go ahead and make the Vegas vacation video public so y'all can watch it. Boogeyman, you helped a lot of people through it. Yeah, I've helped hundreds of people. I even helped a guy get out of a country that was in the middle of a war, get into another country without a passport, get him a K-1 visa, and get to the United States. He's in Albuquerque, New Mexico, without a passport. That's how much experience I have with this immigration process. And yes, it sucks. But it only sucks if you don't qualify, if you don't have patience, and if you don't have the ability to handle it. This isn't for everybody. Going through a K1 visa or green card application is not for everybody. Not anybody can do this. Only brave and fearless people make it through this, right? Strong, brave, and fearless. Raj, so you don't recommend me to travel until you get citizenship? You are 100% correct. You get the last word, Raj. Become an American. Become part of this great country. Learn about our history of our country. Get a U.S. passport. Then go travel back home and see your family in India. They just gotta have to understand this process. Okay? See you guys tomorrow. Members, if you are a member of this channel, I'll do a live stream for you guys tomorrow privately. And if you're not a member of this channel, I'll be back on Saturday, 6 p.m. See you guys later.